Hey there. I'd like to talk about today. Today we're going to talk about EMF and RLIF, uh, audio bombardment. And RLIF is a microchip that they put inside your head. They do it reverse wise into your nasal cavity, and they do RLIF chips do a multitude of things. They're using them now in hospitals. They A surgeon can install them quite easily, and they help with language enhancement. They also help with all sorts of things. They can improve your athletic ability. They can they can rewire connections between parts of your body that don't function normally, in order for your body to be able to function normally once again. They do all kinds of things like that with these RLIF implants. We also want to talk about EMF, which is a audio wave bombardment that people are experiencing now. It can be done in a multitude of ways. Usually, it's done with a satellite system. It can be a telecom satellite system. It can be television, radio, you fucking name it. It can be. It doesn't matter. It just needs to be able to broadcast a high frequency hertz, a sound wave. With the EMF, you can experience exterior sounds. Usually, you can hear them anywhere around you. Sometimes you can even hear footprints. You can hear footprints, people sneaking up on behind you. You would think somebody's walking directly behind you or beside you in the bush or something like that, and they're not there. And they can target you anywhere with this. I mean, you can be walking in the trail in the bush. You can be walking on the road. You can be walking anywhere. It doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, they can even, if you're in your house and say you're in your basement, they can make it sound like somebody runs through. Like if you have another house next to you, with a small portion of sand there, 2 or 3 feet, they can actually make it sound like somebody's running through that space, like hits on the ground, tap 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 tap. Okay, they can actually make it sound like somebody's running in between your buildings. No problem, because the audio bounces off the ground, right? When it hits the ground, it's a percussion. It's like your speaker when your speaker plays a bass sound. It's like that. So you have to picture these audio waves coming at you in that progression, bang 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 bang. And when they hit something, they hit something. So when they hit the ground, you feel it. You feel it. It's just like the bass. You unplug all your speakers and leave your subwoofer on. You don't hear it. You don't hear it, but you feel it. You know what I mean? You don't hear it, but it's like you're like getting this thump in the chest. It's like, holy Christ, man, I can feel that. I don't hear it, I feel it, right? So we know that this stuff is capable, very, 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 they're very capable of doing this kind of stuff. But who? That's the question. Who is doing this stuff? The people all over the United States are experiencing this kind of stuff. In Canada now, they're experiencing this kind of stuff, particularly in Ontario. And I've been through about 3 years of bombardment now. I've been through about 220,000 hours of accumulated bombardment and still going through it today. Still going through it. Okay. Excuse me. With the RLIF bombardment, it's again I think there's two ways that they can do it. The microchip is in your brain. I think that they can interface with a satellite system, and work it from there, or they will have a remote location, like somewhere where they can congregate and operate your chip from there. They're able to leave your chip dormant, leave it alone completely, right? Or they can or they can activate it and do as they see fit with you as far as your bombardment is concerned. With the chip, though, they you can experience interior and exterior audio sounds. Okay, most people don't understand that when you have your internal dialogue, like that, your internal dialogue, what's in you, the voice inside your head, is usually you. I've never experienced internal dialogue that wasn't my own voice, right? Like even those little men on my shoulders, like the bad one, the good one, the good one, the bad one, you know what I mean? It's still my voice in my head, right? But then one day I started to experience exterior and interior audio hallucinations. But the interior audio hallucinations that I was experiencing were random voices. Completely random voices talking about things that I wasn't even thinking about. Do you understand? Your brain processes your thoughts. So if you're not thinking of that, then you're not going to speak it. You're not going to think it because it's your thought. But when your brain has another audio source in it that is talking away, that is their thought, not your thought. Because you're not even thinking of that. So what is in your brain that is triggering this voice, this other voice to speak for you? Because your brain thinks for you, not for anyone else. Right? So if you were going to materialize another voice or multiple voices, you would think that. You would know it because you're the one thinking of it. You're the one making this voice materialize. You know what I mean? But when a voice shows up in your head and just shows up out of nowhere, it starts conversing with you and starts conversing with you. Now think of this. She's conversing with you, talking back and forth. Okay? But when she's talking, you're not thinking of anything. She's thinking. Because when you pause, you go silent. Because what are you doing when you pause? You're listening. Right? You're listening to what they are saying to you. Right? Right. So how do you process those two thoughts? How do you end up wanting to talk, like you're processing something and you're wanting to project it, and then you have somebody else responding, but how do you listen and talk at the same time? How do you listen and process thought at the same time? How do you listen and process thought at the same time? Think about that. How do you listen and process thought at the same time? Especially when it's attentively. Like, you know what I mean? You have another subject conversing with you. Because I can listen to somebody do a speech, and I can think about something else that's not related to the speech, right? But now try and talk to somebody while you're listening, thinking about something, and listening to the speech. Really? Fucking really? You think my brain is doing this many calculations? No. And you know what else I found about the sources of audio that I was hearing is that they were completely random, not related to my situation at that point of time in my life. They were so far removed from me, from my situation. They were people, places, things that I didn't really relate to, had no interest in, people I didn't hang out with, people I never did hang out with, people that it was not really knowledgeable of. There was just too much there was way too much that was just not related to my point in time, to my, see what I'm saying? And I would experience these interior and exterior audio hallucinations, and I'm wondering, okay, how the fuck are they doing? How are they doing this, man? Because they would switch from interior, talking in my head, and then the next minute, that same voice that was in my head was now materializing in a corner of the room. That same voice, that same character. Okay. And then they would actually tease me about that. They would actually say, Raymond, watch what we're going to do. We're going to go from interior to exterior here. And I'd hear, a young man's voice and a woman's voice. They were, conversing with me in my head, in my cranium, inside my cranium. Okay, not audio, audio wave going into your ear canal, but literally inside my cranium, in between my ears, not on the outside going in. And they would go, watch this. Now we're going to be exterior. And within a minute or two, boom. I was listening to that same woman and that same gentleman on either end, one on this corner of the room over here on this side, and one on this side, on the far side of the room. And I'm going, what the fuck is going on with my head? This is nuts. This is crazy. I'm going, this is fucking crazy, man. And I'm going, okay, I've never experienced shit like this before. Never experienced anything like this before. And I'm thinking, okay, this is piqued my curiosity now. Right? Because all I've ever had in my head was my own dialogue. All I've ever had in my head was my voice. My voice. I'm 43 years old, man. I've had my voice in my head. No one else's. Up until... up until I ended up I think being targeted by a rather large organization. I'll say organization for now. Ones that you don't think would target you, who were involved in some sort of illegal operation, or with their credentials, they were operating in illegal sadism ring. Voyeurism, sadism, ring, and of course they were using their credentials, their power within their positions to facilitate, perpetuate, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Okay? So, now I'm experiencing exterior and interior audio hallucinations. They're taunting me. They are literally taunting me, going from interior, exterior, interior, exterior, interior, exterior. I'm going, what the fuck is going on? So I wanted to progress in an analyzation of what was happening in my brain. So I literally started to write down everything. I had to start to build a case, right? I knew something was going on. I knew something big was going on. Something huge was going on. But I was, I knew something absolutely huge was going on. Absolutely, sorry, I'm being distracted here. I knew something absolutely huge was going on, but uh, uh, but I needed to start to build a case and write things down and log everything that I seen and heard and was completely aware of, because now I'm hyper aware. Now I'm extremely hyper aware. I'm keeping an eye on everything around me, right? Everything, literally everything, you know. And I write everything down. I was writing everything down, chronological order, right from the very beginning. And and I figured some things out, and I'm at the point now where I need to do something about this, because what I figured out is pretty hideous. It's heinous. It is sadistic. It is a crime. It is. It's unfortunate that this is even happening, but you know what? It's real. I know it's real, and something has to be done about this before either I end up fucking dead, or everybody in my poor fucking community ends up dead. Either one. Right? Okay. All right. So let this be known that this is a plea, a cry for help, because the people that you complain to about the people I want to complain about are the same fucking people. You hear what I'm saying, man? Are you listening to me? Is somebody listening to me? I hope fucking somebody out there is listening to what I fucking have to say. Because there is an injustice of the highest fucking order going on in my community. And the people who are being hurt in this community are the most vulnerable of the vulnerable. The most vulnerable of the vulnerable. And nobody is doing a fucking thing about it. And the people that I need to complain to about the people I need to complain about are the same fucking people. Do you believe that? So think of that. It's like me going to the Hells Angels. You know, somebody killed my friend, and it's the Hells Angels killed my friend. Now they send another Hells Angels to investigate the fucking crime. Does that sound smart? Is that smart to you? Is that smart to you? Would that be? Sorry to use angels. You know what? You know, anybody. But I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Do you see the conflict of interest there? Like, you know, the same people investigating the people I need to complain about are the same fucking people. There's a conflict of interest there, is there not? Is there not a conflict of interest in what I just said? Because the people, there's a club atmosphere here going on, guys. There's a serious club atmosphere here. Buddy. You know what? They can't be fucking trusted. Do you see what I'm saying? Chances are my life is going to be overlooked completely. How people didn't fucking see this? How people don't realize that this is a conflict of interest in Canada, in Ontario? How people did not fucking see that that it is a fucking conflict of interest, man. And that you are setting us up again, the citizens of Ontario, are not being fucking protected. Do you believe that? Do you believe that motherfucking shit? Anyways, okay, I got to get on with this because I am livid. I'm getting really upset about this because I've been bombarded non-stop for 3 fucking years. 1,098 days now. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Over 220,000 hours of bombardment. Not just that. Wait a second. Not just that. Wait a second. No, wait. It's the buzzing. I'll say something, I'll mention a name, and it's like bzzz. I can hear this buzzing. Bzzz. And the intensity increases. Or I'll hear this and it starts soft and slow, you know, like, and then it works up and more. This goes on for 24, 48 hours, 60, fucking 72 hours at a time. Now the ringing. The high-pitched squeal is so fucking high that the muscles in the back of your neck, man, just go. Ugh. Now, I don't know about you. I'm just saying here. Give me a second. Because I've lived in this house. I grew up in this house that I'm in. I've always been in this house. And I've always been right where I am in this house. So for 30, 40 years, I've been living in the exact, pretty much, I've never heard this buzzing, this hissing, this ringing. Never, ever once have I ever experienced this before an incident took place. Before an incident took place, okay, with an employer, where I was completely verbally fucking assaulted. And I mean not just fucking assaulted, like verbally, like just fucking stabbed in the back, right? You might as well have, right? Because I was standing with my back to all of them. And they kept stabbing, right? That's what they should have done to me. Because you know what? That would have been better than what they fucking done to me for the last, how many years, guys? How many fucking years, man? How many years has it been? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 6 fucking years these people have been doing this. Just targeting me one time after another. When this happened, they installed what they installed in 2010. Okay? They targeted me because I was a gay man. Yes, right. That's right. Gay. Yeah, I know. Everybody's like, oh, you don't sound gay to me. Well, fuck you, man. I don't need to sound gay to be gay. I don't have to be that stereotypical gay person in order to be gay, man. Right? Motherfucker? Right? Yeah, exactly. So shut the fuck up. Anyway, listen what I have to say here. I was assaulted at work But this chip went in me in 2010. Okay? By an organization who's supposed to protect me. Okay? An organization that is supposed to protect me. And they instead, they set me up for this secret fucking thing they got going on to fuck with people. And this is huge, because you know what it is, let me tell you, I'm going to keep explaining this to you, and I hope you keep tuned in, because this is going to fucking blow your mind, and there's going to be some interesting shit that you are not going to want to miss. Because everybody I know, every family that I know, every single family that I know has been affected by some type of mental illness. Every single family that I know has in some way been affected by mental illness. And I have a secret. I have the secret. I have the secret that is going to blow your fucking mind. And it's going to be extremely hard to understand. It's going to blow your mind. You're not going to be able to understand the concept. You're going to be like, no, there's no fucking way, man. This can't be happening. We don't have that kind of technology yet, you're going to say to yourself. We don't have that kind of technology yet. But you know what? We can send telescopes. We can send telescopes up past, outside our galaxy, fly past every single one of our planets outside of our universe. Now it's traveling in the black matter, going to another universe, taking pictures of things. If they can do that kind of shit, man, and transmit pictures, listen to this, transmit pictures by, right? They're doing it by, what are they doing it by, guys? They're sending a signal from a satellite light years, not just fucking thousands of miles. Not just 1,000 miles, not just 4,000 miles, not just 10. I'm talking light years away from Earth, beyond our universe. They are sending pictures back to Earth of what they see. Do you believe that? From outside our universe. Sending pictures back to Earth, little Earth, outside our universe. Have a look. Have a look at what our universe looks like. Have a look at Earth. And then think of what it would be like to send a signal all the way in back to Earth of a picture. If we can do that, man, if we can pull that shit off, you can't fucking tell me. You can't tell me that what I'm telling you about what these guys are doing is not possible. It is possible. It is possible, and it's happening right fucking here, right now, in this day and age. And it is going to fucking blow your mind. It's going to change the face of reality for a lot of people. But that's okay, because it needs to change the face of reality for a lot of people. Because a lot of people are being screwed. Fucked. I mean, not just fucked. Not just fucked, but fucked. They're losing family members. They're splitting apart families. They are causing people to break apart, the family units to break apart, and it's like, what the fuck are these people doing, man, to us? But they're doing it to us. And why? Why are they doing it? You know what? I have been thinking. I've just thought. I thought and thought again. And for the longest time, I thought it was just for shits and fucking giggles, man. Shits and giggles. That's all it is. But there's a lot more to it than that. A lot more to it than that. And I'm going to keep on explaining. What I'm going to do is make this in segments. So this is going to be my first segment, and I'll be back with more to come. This is going to blow your mind, man, so don't fucking go anywhere. Make sure you're back.